Jamie Tennyson uses direct payments to help her get out and take part in activities.
Jamie's a very able young lady. She likes to go out and about, and she doesn't want her mum with her all the time, which is perfectly normal. At the moment, Jamie goes to the gym once a week with a support worker, and she goes to various other places. She'll go shopping, to have her hair done, maybe to the zoo, the fun fair, whichever things that are interesting her at the time. We wanted Jamie to access the community, but we didn't have anybody that could do that. And so we decided that we would actually go through a care agency.
You mean you're going to burn more calories than I am?
Social services will allocate you a social worker to do an initial assessment. So it'll be someone from the initial assessment team. They'll come up, they'll talk about the needs of the child or young person.
Okay, would you like a sandwich?
Yeah, please.
Have a look in the fridge then and see what you'd like.
And talk about what you're looking for really. Are you looking for access to the community? Are you looking for some respite? They'll tell you what your options are. They'll talk about the respite homes there are, or the day centres that they still have at the moment. Or they'll give you the option of, if these things are not exactly what you want, then they'll give you the option of direct payment. They then take it back and it goes to a panel, and the panel then have to approve the amount of hours that they're allocating you.
Move the spoon. Okay, put the butter on.
Initially, Jamie's parents decided to employ somebody through a specialist care agency.
Spread your butter out.
So I found different care agencies and decided on one, decided on what their rate was, what they did, what they promoted. And they came up and they almost interviewed us. They asked us what we were looking for. They asked about Jamie, about her disabilities, whether they actually could supply somebody to fulfil their needs.
Good girl!
They then, after a short time, told me, yes, we found a couple of people, would you like to meet them? They sent them up. And it's almost like an interview, really. But again, because we hadn't done this before, it was easier for someone else to do a lot of the legwork and to send them up to us.
Okay, empty on your plate then.
The care agency actually took the frightening bit away from it to start with, because they would send you a bill. But they would pay your tax, the insurance, they would make sure that the CRB checks were done.
Mum, I do that cooking.
You do that at cooking.
It wasn't long before Jamie's parents felt sufficiently confident to employ a support worker themselves.
As we've got further into things, we've got a little bit more confident, and we've actually employed somebody else now, ourselves. We don't go through an agency anymore, and that's working really well.
Right, come on, Jamie, let's go strut our stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, see you later, have fun.
What happens is you have to employ somebody, so whether that be a family member or whether that be a neighbour, someone that you know, but someone that you actually trust your young person or your child, your young adult too. You then become, Jamie then, or your young person then becomes their employer. You have to pay the tax and insurance. And you have to issue their pay slip, you write the cheque out, and that is really daunting, but there is somewhere that will help you with that. There is a direct payment office in the Disability Resource Centre, and what you do is you just phone up at the end of the month or the end of the 2 weeks, and you tell them how many hours your person has done. And then within 2 days, they send you their wage slip through the post. You then photocopy the wage slip, because you need to keep one for your records, and you issue the pay slip with the cheque. It tells you how much tax and insurance you must keep, so you only write the cheque for the amount that they have actually earned. Then at the end of each quarter, you'll get a letter from them with your tax return telling you how much tax you then have to pay. And again, it's as simple as just a cheque, you pop it in the envelope and you send it off. But the support is there if you need it.
For Jamie Tennyson and her parents, direct payments have proved to be a highly effective and flexible option.
Direct payment is actually the service you want it to be, because you can employ someone to do exactly what you want them to do with your child. If your child needs a new pair of shoes, or your young person needs their hair cut, if you want them to go out to the zoo one day. You can set up a timetable, you can do exactly what you wish that to be, and it can change from week to week. So Jamie, very much we're working on healthy eating, and so the carer or the support worker very much works with her about what she chooses for her lunch. They work on her money skills, so they get her to pay for things herself. So there's a learning behind it, as well as, you know, Jamie's having fun, so she has no idea that actually by paying for that herself and trying to count her money and trying to keep her receipt, that actually it's still work that's going on, that the support worker is supporting her in trying to do the things that we all just do every day and take for granted. It's made things more normal for Jamie. It's allowed her to go out and about with a person who is responsible, but who Jamie sees as her friend. And they go off places just like two young friends. The carers are very good. They actually do they do the exercises at the gym with her. And it's also given me a little bit of freedom, although it's not for respite, it's for Jamie's access to the community. But actually I've got a 22-year-old that I can't leave, but now I can go to lunch, I can go shopping. I can have a day where actually I don't have to think, well, I can't do that because that's too much for Jamie. So it's given me freedom as well as Jamie.